by Juanita du Preez, who is spokesperson at Action Society, joining us on the line. Juanita, thank you for making time. How are you this Tuesday?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you. And thank you for the opportunity.
All right, thank you so much for your time. And the latest court rep, then, can you talk about that and give us backgrounds in terms of what proceedings were covered there, as far as you can
Okay.
express?
Yes. So the court wrap is something that we started doing because we realized that everybody doesn't have the time to attend all the court cases that we are involved with. So on some we do oversight, and on others we actually sit there with the people and help them, hold their hand, teach them how the court system works, and so on. So some of the ones that stood out for this week, and we do it every 2 weeks, is the ongoing trial of the Malmesbury molester, as we've termed him. He is accused of raping and molesting 3 children. And what is so disturbing about this case is that he was in 21 already. He was arrested for child molestation, but he was released on a warning. And now he is, and the family's been struggling to get him in the court process again, and then we became involved. He was already in Valkenburg to see if he is accountable, if he can stand up in trial and control himself. So the mental health evaluations contradict claims that he cannot control himself. We believe he is a dangerous predator, and he must never be allowed near children again. So this one is going to plea and trial again. It's been I can't remember how long we've been on this case for more than 2 years. After the 2021 case. And it's just so frustrating when we see cases like this getting postponed all the time. And actually, it is almost for no reason. It is just toying around with the children that he molested.
Why? I mean, is this persisting? The delays in the procedures when it comes to these cases. We've been seeing this in years and years and years. And, you know, the survivors and their families, and then the families of the victims as well, have lamented the slow pace of the legal system in finalizing their cases. I'm sure you ask questions and you do get some answers. What is being said?
Well, yes, we do ask the questions, and we are very frustrated, as are the families and the victims. And the answers are that there are too many cases, so crime is out of control. And then on the other hand, when it gets to court, there is not enough. There are sexual offences courts, but there are not enough. They are also not skilled enough, and I'm focusing on the word enough. Prosecutors, state prosecutors, it's just everything stacks on top of the other. Everything is not working. The crime is too much. If it gets to court, there's not enough prosecutors, there's not enough courts, and that is why. And then also the criminals know of the loopholes, and they use that. Time and time again, we've seen them. They fire one legal aid representative, then they get a new one. Then everything has to start from scratch again, and it's just not acceptable. We had another case just last week where we are very happy about that one. It was also dragging on, and he was making excuses and having this problem and then that problem, the perpetrator. And then last week, the magistrate just said, enough, plead now. You've had enough time to sort out your legal representation. You have to plead now. He pled guilty, and he was sentenced on the same day, and he got 25 years. So we are very happy with that, and we applaud the magistrate for drawing a line and saying, this is enough. You are playing around. You've had ample time to do what you have to do. Done, settled. So we would like to see more magistrates react that way.
Right. And these delays in the proceedings, of course, they affect the lives of the survivors, the families who are left after the victims have long gone. How are they affected in terms of their lives and mental health?
It is really devastating to sit there with them. We had another case just recently where it is the remaining sister of the victim. She had to travel. She had to take off work every time, and bosses get annoyed and then you come back and nothing happens. She had to take time off work, take 2 taxis to get to court, and then it is postponed. And it was devastating for her because every time she thinks, okay, there's going to be progress, she was crying every time she had to turn back and go back to work, and there was no progress. For a victim, they relive that trauma every time when they go to court because they have to relive what happened to them every single time they go there. And the postponements, we're going to 12, 15 times that cases are postponed, if you're lucky. And to relive that 12, 15 times, it is devastating, and it is not good for mental health. And what we have also seen is that there is not the criminal justice system does not offer enough counseling, if they do counseling at all. Sometimes they have a social worker who does the reports and takes it to court in a report form, but they don't do counseling. So they are left to their own devices, the victims and the families of the victims who also experience the same trauma. So it is unbelievable that people have to go through this time and time and time again.
In what ways is Action Society providing support to victims, survivors, or the families of victims, survivors and their families as well? And how are you pressuring authorities to prioritize the swift persecution of GBV and violent crime cases? I guess we also need to know how to connect with Action Society.
Yes, I could just get that one out of the way. Yeah. You can go to our website, actionsociety.co.za. All the information is on there and the contact details. If you have problems, you can click on whatever button you need to under contact. And then if you want to support us, you can also do it on the website. So what we do and what costs money and why we are asking for the donations as well is we go with the victims or the families of the victims if those are the people who remain. We go with them to court. We explain to them the court procedures. And what we have found is because Action Society now is a bit more well-known, the prosecutors, the magistrates, so on, start recognizing us when we attend court cases. So they many prosecutors welcome our involvement. Sometimes they ask us to do an impact report, but the most important thing is to explain to a person how the court process works, because not everybody knows.
Yeah.
And then just taking them, being there and giving emotional support. Sometimes when we can, we try to help them to get to the courts. Not everybody has the finances to come back again and again and again. If we can, we try to do that. But then the other thing that we are pushing for, so this is after the fact, what we are trying to do is to stop this from happening. So we have on our website also how to get a protection order, what should happen when you get a protection order, how to type of videos to help women especially to protect themselves so that it doesn't get to the point where we have to support them in court.
The education part is extremely important, and a more proactive approach, as you say, not just a reactive one. Juanita, we're completely out of time. We're going to leave it there for today. These are conversations that will continue to happen on Tuesdays here, so I'm sure we'll catch up another time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Juanita du Preez is spokesperson at Action Society, doing great work as far as GBV is concerned. As we say, this feature is going to be on Tuesdays on Channel Africa as we shine the spotlight on those issues pertaining to that very important topic. After Rise and Shine is on the move with